Why play Poppy jungle? Well, she is amazing at counter ganking. She also has incredible ganks herself. She hard counters champions that rely on dashes, and she's actually an amazing duelist. However, her stun is very reliant on positioning, and her ultimate is very telegraphed and easily dodged. Poppy's passive makes her next attack become ranged, where she throws her buckler out, which will bounce onto the floor. This can then be picked up to gain a good shield, or if it kills a unit, it will automatically return to her. However, an enemy champion can stand on it to destroy it. Poppy's Q slams the ground, dealing damage, and leaves an area on the floor. This area slows enemies and will erupt after 1 second, dealing the damage again. Poppy's W has a passive where she gains 10% armor and magic resist, which is doubled when she's below 40% health. The active gives her a large amount of movement speed and creates a zone around her. This zone will instantly interrupt any enemy which dashes into it, and when a champion's dash hits it, they are grounded, slowed, and take damage. This is such a hard counter to a number of champions that rely on dashes like Lee Sin and Zac. Poppy's E is a point and click ability which targets an enemy, dealing damage and pushing them back. If they are pushed back into terrain, they take the damage again and are stunned for a good amount of time. Poppy's ultimate is a charged ability where she winds up her hammer for 4 seconds, slowing herself while doing so. Upon release, Poppy creates a shockwave which damages the first champion hit and nearby targets, and absolutely launches them towards their base. The range of the shockwave and knockback distance is increased with the duration of the charge. Also, the ultimate can just be clicked and it will deal less damage and knock them up for a smaller amount of time, but it won't launch them back towards their base. For combos, use W to speed yourself up if needed before slamming them in the direction you need or into terrain. Follow this up with auto attack into Q, auto attack into tapping your ultimate, and then another auto attack. For matchups, Poppy is great into champions that rely on dashes as she absolutely cripples their kit. However, she can struggle against champions who want to get onto you and simply kill you. For runes, take this. She actually works incredibly well with Dark Harvest, giving her the burst damage she needs. However, Phase Rush can be a good utility choice. For build order, start Green Monster into Pot, into Tier 2 Boots, and Divine Sunderer. After this, a Dead Man's and Force of Nature are great pickups before finishing your build with any of these. For skill order, start Q, then E, then W, before maxing Q, then E, then W, taking ultimate whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, Poppy has a couple of very viable options. Firstly, she can get a quick level 3 before ganking. When she's level 3 and her opponents are level 2, being able to sprint at them and stun them into a wall is almost always many blown summoners, if not a straight up kill. And of course, any champion that usually relies on a dash to escape are going to struggle very much. Otherwise, simply do a full jungle clear and contest Scuttle Crab for maximum golden experience. This is a very safe way to jungle and a very good way to accelerate yourself to your level 6 power spike where you have even more damage in CC. When looking for ganks, always consider the 3 main points of what CC does my team bring, what escapes does my enemy have, and where is the lane push to. And with Poppy, it's sometimes even a good idea to target the ones with good dashes, as some champions are so reliant on their dash to escape that not being able to can get you some easy kills. Entering the mid game, you're looking to play a pick and objective style of play. Ward aggressively, find an isolated target, and then pin them into a wall, stun them, and lock them down. After this, simply convert into a neutral objective or a tower. Entering late game teamfights, you want to either play your team's follow-up engage, or you can peel for your back line. If your team has good engage, Poppy is brilliant at following up, being able to easily CC targets into walls, and deny any of them trying to dash away. Otherwise, simply play the front line, protecting your back line, using W, E, and ult to all stop enemies from getting to your carries.